mirrorless cameras, and today we're going to be getting you up to speed on the viewfinder settings. 8 tips that may or may not blow your mind and are definitely going to help you focus more on composition and less on what settings and what exposure you're at. Coming up. So in this video, we're going to cover how to set up your viewfinder settings so that you can have a histogram, a grid, a level, exposure compensation, how to move your focus points very quickly, exposure simulation, and we're going to show you how to use viewfinder magnification along with a button setup that you should be using at the end. So stick around for all of it. We got some great stuff coming up. So first off, what I'm going to show you is going to help you move all your information from your screen to your viewfinder, and that's going to help you be able to focus on composition more and be able to see and troubleshoot so much faster without having to move your face away from the screen. So up first is how to get it from your screen to your viewfinder. All you're going to do is when you come up, so they're a little bit separate. This, your viewfinder, has the exact same settings as this. However, normally your viewfinder comes out with a blank screen and it only shows you the bottom shutter speed, ISO, and f-stop settings with the exposure composition. But when you come in here and you press the info button, when your face is up there, you press the info button, and it has 3 toggle settings that you can put it for, and I will show you up next where exactly you can go in and switch what gets toggled when. So everything that you're going to need to know for the beginning of this video is going to be found in the wrench under number 4 and shooting info display. So that's what you're going to go to. And on here you have a few different options. We're not going to go into shooting info display right off the bat, but shooting display performance will do one of 2 things when you go in there. It will give you smoother images for faster moving objects, which will take up more energy from your battery, or you can have the power saving on, which will allow you to have more battery life but less performance for fast moving objects. The next one I recommend is keeping the help text size on small rather than standard so that the actual subject that you're trying to shoot isn't being as crowded with information. Okay, now we're going to go into the first slider under the wrench number 4, which is shooting info display. Now what this is going to have is it's going to toggle all the different things that you can do. When you go into the first setting, it gives you all the different options that you can have for the toggle. So if you go into there, so you can turn off settings that you don't want, like the histogram or the grid, but I like to keep the grid on the 3x3 and then you can go into histogram display. I have mine set to brightness because I find it much more useful to hit exposure right than have to worry about the colors that are coming through because I'm shooting in RAW, which allows me to move those colors around very easily if I so choose. The histogram can come in 2 sizes, which is large and small. I have mine set to small because in the viewfinder it takes up a large amount of real estate as you are looking through the viewfinder. Not as big of a problem when you are looking through the back screen, but when you look through the viewfinder, the histogram takes up a lot of real estate when it is in the larger setting. Another useful feature is you can have the level as you shoot and shoot up here. This gives you the ability to have you're much more steady when you're looking through the viewfinder and much more able to align things, and then being able to make sure your picture is level every single time because it's easier when you're in the viewfinder to kind of get caught in framing it, and that will bring you back to keeping your photos level. There's nothing worse than accidentally taking a photo where your camera is somewhat sideways and then trying to crop it level and cutting off someone's head. So normally your EOS R is set up to have exposure simulation set up on it, but if you got it secondhand, this might be turned off. So to turn that back on, you're going to want to go into the red camera number 3, and it's going to be exposure simulation enable. This will allow you to see it as you change your settings. So as you lower the shutter speed, your image will get brighter, and that will be the exact image that you get. As you turn up your ISO, your image will get brighter or lower as you lower it. And you will be able to see exactly how your image will turn out before you take it, with the exception of having a flash and low light photography. I have a video about why you might want to turn this off at any time while you're doing low light photography. This setting is one of the things that makes mirrorless cameras so awesome. So these next two are more of functionality than having things that show you what's happening with your photo. So while you're in the viewfinder, being able to move the focus points without actually moving your face away to touch the screen, which is very fast and efficient. However, if you just wanted to scoot it over, the fastest way I've found, so you're taking the focus point from here and scooting it over instantly. The viewfinder, or the focus points, so you're gonna press the focus points button, and then while you're up in the viewfinder, you're gonna press the focus points and then use the wheel, and that is instantly gonna spin your focus point to the right. There isn't a fast way to move it up, but that will be able to allow you to frame to the left or the right easier, and then just compensate for up and down, which is significantly easier than moving over and then recomposing. Moving over and recomposing. It's moving out one of those steps, and that's a very quick way to recompose your image and your focus point without having to pull it away from your face. Next is viewfinder magnification. So you're gonna press the star button and then info, info, info. Well, just twice. Info, the last one brings it back to the normal. So this is going to allow you to zoom in 10 times, so 5 times magnification and then 10 times magnification than normal. And it will take the entire picture, and then that makes sure that the eye is perfectly in focus, or whatever your micro photography is. This is a very quick and easy way to make sure that you absolutely nail focus, and it takes almost no time. It's 3 button clicks with your thumb. So while we're on the subject, the most useless button on this thing is this slider. It sounds like a really great idea, but if you use it and you're using the viewfinder as much as what I do now that I have these settings set up, you are going to be bumping this like mad. It's normally set to ISO, but I have a video here that shows you exactly what button settings you should have so that you can easily change your ISO just as fast as what this lever would have done, so that it's not messing up your photography. Links right there. There's another videos on this channel. We go over everything mirrorless Canon cameras. If you like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Daniel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.